already, I'm actually quite excited seeing the fact we've got the 4 guns pulled out, the double dualies,
Yes.
the DDs. That's always a treat.
Can't really get enough of those these days. It's been theorized for a long time, but now we're finally starting to see some of those really doing work. Sunpayas is going to be over here, and okay, some jumps past. Ooh. Wow, they just challenge him. I actually thought they might just keep going and say, well, we'll leave you there and just run to the bomb side, but instead they managed to take him down. Snappi in a good position here with the USP, but again, the challenge is so direct. They just fight him, and now they hunt him down and kill him.
Oh my god, here we go. We are strapped in for a pistol with just 3 players left on ENCE. NertZ dropped one of the dualies out of commission. Can the other set find anything weaving its way in through bank?
Okay, a little bit of something in return. Maden is there. dycha is entirely on his own now. 1 versus 3. He sees the shadow, so he's able to get the headshot. Looked a bit funky. Looked like the bullet bent around the corner there. He's going to tap the bomb once just to put some pressure on, but obviously no defuse kit, so there isn't that much pressure. He's still hitting some great shots, and Mosier back there finally deciding to run away. 10-second defuse? I don't think so. Dualies at range. He spins around. He actually did get the gush on him. It's a lot of damage here for dycha. It's a great effort, but it's not going to be enough to make up for the great start that RareAtom had. They're going to win the pistol.
Whew, that's edge of the seat material immediately, right? When he swung back around and actually started tagging him, I'm thinking, my god, if there's a kit in position, this is a whole nother round. But RareAtom do close down the end. Nandas, those fights, man. The sheer aggression, the acceleration from RareAtom is just madness.
Yeah, you're not expecting, because some of those shots were thoroughly gap shots with the Glocks, so you're not expecting to just die in less than a second, but that's pretty much what happened, so crazy to lose 2 players like that early on. I don't think either Sunpayas or Snappi were expecting to get out-dueled like that. Okay, more aggression already at the L bend towards the B bomb site. Advent is here, and Mercury too. Should be a winnable fight with a Mac 10, but NertZ somehow able to take him down. It's a bit weird. Felt like that should have been clean.
Yeah, definitely with the way the fight started, but 5-7 at least trades out onto one of them, and Mercury with 30 HP could come back to bite him in the bottom. But early doors, 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. 3 deagles and a scout as well.
The sort of 2-for-2 split happening here between the A and the B. All right, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I feel like doing 2-2 like this, it's almost guaranteed to give the Ts a chance to fight a 4-on-2. And yeah, they're going to go a little bit aggressive here. Might like this more. If you are going to have this kind of setup, you should at least try and look for a little bit of information to work with. Oh, close with the deagle. Tantalizingly close, isn't it? I can't believe that he's still alive. And they're all over it. Good shot with the scout, though.
Yeah, nice connection onto Kaze, but still more to be found with the scout. Tag. Not quite what he wanted. Mosier with the battle back, and now just the 2 deagaliers that remain. Snappi coming in from the rear. 25 seconds, you've got to get that bomb down and start playing for those post plants.
Ooh, he's very aggressive in walking up. He has all the grenades, so no one can flash him in at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate. Good shot. He did see a second player, but was hoping that there would be some sort of challenge from Long instead. And now it's all a question of whether or not Jamjung can actually stop this defuse. Jumping on the other side. Again, no kit in play right now, so they've got really close here, ENCE, but I think that defuse kit is ultimately what's going to really hurt them. Nice shot, and he's straight back on it. Wow. They had a little bit more time than I was expecting. This is really well done.
You could feel that as well. ENCE erupting immediately. Losing that pistol, always a scary prospect. The fact they then bring it back and you can really start your CT side again. Now you can see the emotion coming out, getting into the game.
Yeah, I would be excited about that too. That looked like a very, very tough retake. Usually finding people over alone like that, not going to be that easy. But yeah, good fight for ENCE. Bomb plant means RareAtom still feel like they're going to be encouraged to buy whatever they can. Keep the pressure on. I don't mind. It seems to be their style.
It works as well. I've seen rounds online where you just see these absolute shenanigans with the Tech 9s, the Deagles, snapshots that you wouldn't expect them to hit so quickly, but as we've seen, even on LAN, it feels like they're just so fast, so aggressive. Talking of aggression here as well, peering over the top of the smoke, trying to lock it down towards Party early on. Fade back, don't give anything up, and he gets away.
Yeah, it's still... I think it's always worth it to kind of show up in that area. If nothing else, just to let the Ts... I mean, in this round, they don't have that many nades, but very often Ts will be forced to use some nades to retake restrooms if they've seen anyone out there. So yeah, just show up and throw a couple of nades out. Good kill. Jamion going to be going down. And it's a 4-on-5. Snappi, look at how far out he is. It's 4 people at the A-bomb site, Jackie. It's crazy. They've just rotated everyone here.
Fully stacked, fully loaded. Ready to roll. We got to hope they will not be pulling any punches. NertZ gets spotted on the clear, looking like it was going to be a 2-piece, but snuffed out after 1, and that is a juicy way to finish it. The hat trick at the end, shot after shot.
And all of it allowed for by Snappi's forward position there outside of the B bomb site. Really good rotation, and something that I wonder if Rare Atom get a count in that round of how many people are at A, because if they do, that should make them suspicious, right? That should make them think, wait a minute. In a 4-on-5, you put 4 people at the A-bomb site. That means you must have had some information, and that's something to look for in the future. You want to make sure you deny something like that, because then it gets a little bit too easy for the defense. Tech timeout being called, so let's see if they can fix the issues right away. But ENCE are bouncing back pretty early on.
They are. Can they fix it as fast as the world's fastest pastry, Anders? Scone!
Oh my god.
Just that quick, isn't it?
I love it.
I've come with an army of dad jokes, don't worry.
I want to believe that you're just up at 3 a.m. just writing stuff down. This
is what I do, I sit there, I theory craft, come up with all different. I've got an animal fact for you if you want it as well.
Go on, I love animal facts.
Yeah? Do you know elephants are actually the only mammal that can't jump due to their bone structure because it grows downwards?
All right.
There you go.
Nice.
That's why you've never seen an elephant jump, Anders. The only reason.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have, but...
No, physically impossible.
Ridiculous. All right. Animal facts.
Yeah. There's also...
And dad jokes.
Oh, yeah. We got it all.
I like it. Well, we're getting a couple of people reconnecting to the server, so it could be a little while longer. Don't know exactly what the issue is, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. Kind of curious. I'm trying to remember what this was like yesterday with Liquid playing and what it was that sort of ultimately went out of control. I mean, it felt like Liquid even the fights were just being lost so early on. And obviously, we've seen a little glimpse of that here for Rare Atom, but yeah, maybe ENCE will just be a little bit more proactive in being in positions to trade those kills better. I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of Liquid fights that were just, on their own, and they were just dying, and there was no chance for any kind of any kind of swing back. So I'm a little bit interested to see if... I'm sure ENCE would have been watching this game quite closely once they finished their own.
Oh,
I'm sure that's been their time has been spent just studying up on what was going on.
Because we've seen, obviously, the preparation paying off massively for Rare Atom. As they were saying, the demo work they've been putting in, it's helped them. And they've been able to translate their style with little adaptions now coming into LAN. But Liquid's one thing, right? ENCE, completely different team, different play style. And already, with them being able to get themselves a couple rounds on the CT side, the ball should be in their court. No money for Rare Atom either.
Do you know that the Hippo's sort of closest ancestor, if you go back evolutionarily, is actually a whale?
Really?
Yeah.
A legged whale?
Yeah. I mean, whales are land animals that went back into the sea, which is why they swim with their spine sort of, like this, instead of fish that do the horizontal swing. Yeah.
Wow. I suppose also this explains why there's the small plushie of what could either be a crocodile or an alligator on the desk, but we have to assume it's a crocodile, right? Because it's on land.
There we go. Yeah.
That's the tie-in. That's the connection.
Surely, I don't know. Aren't alligators things that eat people in Florida?
Probably, yeah. Sewers full of them everywhere.
Sewers. I feel like they can run pretty quickly. They gallop.
Yeah, they're speedy.
It's wild.
They're like a horse, but with lots of teeth. Teeth have quite a lot. Well, horses have a lot of teeth, don't they? Teeth coming out here, though. Straight with the connection onto Kaze. Bites through him. NertZ licking his fingers as well as he shuts down Mercury, and there is just 3 players remaining already for Rare Atom.
I think the kind of continuous force-ups here are very interesting because it is denying them a lot of the grenades that you would normally need to just clear some of these positions out.
Yeah.
And I guess it kind of fits with the template that they've been built. Oh, he ducked under it. That's incredibly cheeky. But I mean, the template really has been just win the aim fights right away, and they're really good at that. But obviously, you want to see that there's also a world in which they want the actual setup for the nades and all the rest of it, because I think otherwise ENCE could just be in a prime position right now. 2-on-5.
Can these two do absolutely anything here? I mean, 40 seconds on the timer. Bomb on the back of Jam Young. Advent opening the calendar door as he walks in initially, and their backs are turned. There was a small window of opportunity, but it slammed shut. Jam Young tries to bring it back, but too much to ask for as Snappi finishes him off with the MP9, and ENCE move on through.
4-1. Yeah, they're in a prime position right now. From losing the pistol, everyone seems to be firing well on the ENCE side. There's no one that's really letting the team down at the moment. And again, it's going to be another weird round here for Rare Atom with some upgraded pistols, but not really that much else to work with. Yeah, it's a very, very slow start. Nothing like what we saw yesterday against Liquid, where they were just so competitive and ultimately obviously won the game in 2 maps.
I guess it's hard to gauge as well, right? Because obviously Liquid looked quite deflated going into the second map, and you would be. It was a hard loss to suffer. Here, ENCE standing the test of time so far, but can they stand the Tech-9 turmoil? Seems like the answer should probably be yes as the spray downs come in, and NertZ finally finished off as the Howl will remove him.
I like this round anyway, because this was just a very, very simple round to follow, right? You have an HE in case there's some sort of a boost up. Not necessarily to kill anyone, but I think just to obscure the vision of anyone who's going to be there. And then, you know, the fifth man out of the bomb site, throwing flashbangs over. One of the flashbangs really good, the other one just couldn't connect with whoever was playing at the ramp there. But still, it's a really simple strategy to follow, and I want to see Rare Atom try and use their nades a little bit more, because it feels like that's what they've been lacking. And they finally have them now. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the other rounds, they forced up so much they didn't even have the nades to play with, so maybe this could be it. Wow. Coordination. Oh. Well, you can't nade your way out of that. That's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Some of the Chinese teams back in 1.6, one of the things that really did make them sick was sort of bouncing nades off of walls while other people were still progressing into the map. Like, they were really good at having this like forward-moving flashbang matrix going on. It was quite tricky to do anything about.
I suppose to time it especially as well, of not you know, inting with the flash and actually having it work in the way you want. But you could pull it off. Sick to see. Bomb being recovered here, though, at least for NertZ. He'll backpedal and rotate off of A towards B, group up with the boys, and see if there's anything they can do to run amok in the final 50.
What is Jam Young going to be doing on this side of the map? I understand that he could catch a rotation, but that's kind of, you know, someone has to be in connector rotating that way, otherwise he's doing nothing. 40 seconds. He's starting to make a little bit of a move now. I appreciate that. He has to be, well, now they've actually bring the bomb. They might bring the bomb back to him. They might just say, all right, we're going this way. This is wild.
Yeah, and weirdly, it feels like we've seen this before from Rare Atom, right? The last, like, sort of 30-second quick bailout on the B site, wrap back up towards A and try and make the play. Mosier, he'll be the man at the front line trying to hype up the squad, but you have to get past a hefty setup, Anders.
Unbelievably so. 10 seconds on the clock, and they're going to get mowed down. NertZ is doing the best that he can right now, but even that will not be enough here. The USPs are hunting him down, and he's out of time anyway. He might go down behind after time has run out. Yeah, he will. Snappy's going to be able to fund him down. So, yeah, 6-1. I'm so interested. Is that the plan all along? I don't really know. I'd love to find out later on exactly when did the round kind of break down. Because they were making noise down at B. Were they expecting maybe for somebody to rotate out long and through the restrooms, and then for Jam Young to be able to pick them up? That would have been sick. But it's kind of hard to see how this would have played out otherwise.
Yeah, especially with just how beefy the site was, right?
Yeah.
It's just not going to work well for you. It's like trying to get into a club and there's a massive bouncer. Denies the entry. Bit of bowling going on as well from NertZ. Lovely connection as that HE does tons of damage.
You've got much experience. You don't seem like the bouncer fighting type, Jackie. I'm not gonna
No. So I'm a bit of a sweet talker, Anders, you know.
That's the way to go.
See? You always be nice, always smile. You work your way around. You navigate with communication.
I feel like you can get through most things like that, can't you? You know.
Not always around a CS, though.
Definitely not.
Probably a more aggressive style of typing, I suppose, would be the way to use that.
Oh, man. I find myself never doing that in Counter-Strike, but if I play Dota, it's a whole different world.
Tiny airlines.
It's not good. I become a different person for some reason. I can't even really explain it myself.
Bad Anders.
Yeah, it's really awful.
The sunglasses come on.
Truly awful.
Oh, my. Well, an awful affair for Advent as the bullets hit him, and he'll be dropped. So 4 players left just with those pistols, and NertZ trying to farm up a few frags. Ooh. The push gets a little bit iffy, and 1 frag will be picked up at least with the tech, but it should be an easy clean-up now on the rest. Mop and bucket for NertZ.
It's like aggressive golf clap going on somewhere.
It's
just
deafening. Like, it's big hands, right?
Yeah. Something's happening. What? 7-1. And Rare Atom. This is the problem sometimes with having that logic transfer of, well, if Team A beat Team B, then, you know, then can they also, if Team B beat Team C, can Team A also beat Team C? Like, that doesn't always work. It sounds like you're doing something reasonable, but in reality, not necessarily. Because I would have said, man, ENCE maybe almost were struggling a little bit with ATK at least at some points in time, and Rare had some straight up rolled liquid. So obviously this is easy for, like, you know, but that it doesn't work out like that in the real world.
No, I think the results we see across Counter-Strike are never linear, right? Like, it always feels like one team can massively show up, and then the next day, just got nothing left in the tank. I didn't expect it to start like this, though, especially with the T-side start for Rare Atom. I was thinking they'd do something unreasonable, but it didn't come out.
Yeah, they just looks like they haven't really been allowed to play their game, and they've been close a couple of times. I think some of the fights that are just denied, then they have to get all the way to the bomb site to start to take the fight. And the good thing for ENCE is once that happens, ENCE are in a position where they have 3 or 4 people at the A bomb site. So yeah, even if the fights are actually at that point, they do look pretty reasonable for Rare Atom. It's just so late, and they've already lost a player or 2. They probably love it to have, you know, a 2 or 3 man push coming out from ENCE towards the restrooms and all the way to the birthday party just to be allowed to fight right now. It feels like that's what they're being denied, at least in part.
Other big factor to remember as well, obviously, it was their CT side where it felt like they were just going massively nuclear again and again here. Slow start. It's about how you finish, and there's still quite a few rounds left. NertZ with rounds in the clip peeks up for the first frag onto Mercury that's gone running down towards Connector. This could be pandemonium. Oh, doesn't quite get the second though, Anders.
I don't really know what Mercury was doing. He looked very just unfazed at anything. He didn't even realize that someone could have been there. That's not what we were seeing yesterday either. So a little bit disappointed in that because honestly, NertZ looked like he was fumbling around a bit too.
Yeah.
I think Mercury, if he had been on point there, he could have won that fight very, very quickly. Anyway, it's a 4-on-3 now. And maden's sneaking on in, going to be catching Jamyoung, and that's suspicious, right? You see someone throwing a grenade and running down to the other bomb site, you could probably guess what's coming next. And even more importantly, you can call it into your teammates that are waiting down there. dycha's going to be able to pick up a couple of great kills. 8-1. Wow.
Yeah.
They're speedrunning this first half.
The really 90% world record attempt here. Obviously, it would have to be the 16-0, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
impossible.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very tricky. If you had to speedrun a game, which one would it be?
You know, I actually looked into this. You know the weapon course for CSGO that's built in?
Yes.
I think the world record currently is like 45 seconds or something.
Oh.
I spent like a month playing it again and again because I was like, surely there's a timeline where if I do this enough, I can just have the world record, right?
Yeah.
Hasn't happened yet, but I'm banking on it.
Okay. That's a great... That's something we could try and beat.
Yeah.
I feel like we just talked about this earlier. We need world records here for Pro League.
Oh, yeah. It's only 100 hours to sit in a bar full of beans to take the world record there. So that's one that's on my list.
100 hours.
100 hours.
That seems very manageable.
Right? It seems reasonable. This is what I've been saying.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Well, so's maden. He's starting to walk his way out. Doesn't want to continue. I kind of wish that he would. Oh, they walk into the AWB. That's unnecessary. I don't know why they're doing that. Still a minute left. 2-on-3, but this round could still be won by this very, very long flank that's coming through. Oh, he's going down the connector, though. That might be a mistake.
Small intricacies in the 10th round that could massively affect the outcome. The devil will be in the details. someone devilishly good looking will be the flank from maden. If he can get there in the nick of time, needs to speed himself up a little bit. Delay tactics on the back of the site to waste a bit of the clock, but they've snuck into position. It all falls back onto the madman, maden, who's now unfortunately dead.
But the problem is, this is one of those rounds where it's so easy to do, backseat analysis of what he was playing like. But in reality, he doesn't obviously know what we know. So if he goes really, really quick and they were all waiting for him, we would have just been saying, well, he should have been playing a little bit more carefully. So fair play. He obviously wasn't quite sure. He thought maybe they were going to go double back. And if he's playing it the way that he did, and they actually did double back down to the B-bomb side, it would have been a super sick play. So I'm not going to blame maden for that one. Good round for Rare Atom finally. Second one on the board.
Yeah. And 2's good. It's better than 1. Double.
Twice as good.
Yeah, right? Like some may say.
We've got maths on the stream. Science quick to follow, I'm sure. Maybe some chemistry at one point.
Maybe. If we bust out the beakers, Anders, and you put on the lab coat, I'm all in.
I'd love to play with chemistry things.
I love chemicals.
Might be a massive danger to the studio, but yeah, sure, we can do it.
We're going to learn about combustion today.
Get some of those like alkali metals in here and put them in water. That's great fun.
Ooh. Oh my. Mate, my favorite is also, I like the salt crystals, when you just allow them to grow over a period of time on the
grow
screen.
your own crystals.
Yeah, right? Like, that's always fun. It's a good hobby. It's a good hobby. Ooh. That's not a hobby you want to take up, though, because that is Kaze being shot to bits. Another frag to start things off for ENCE. It feels like they're winning most of these opening duels with ease.
They had the wallbang earlier, and now the boost up to get some of those early fights. It feels like Rare Atom, they're not quite ready for that kind of play. It's a 4-on-5, and actually, he's walking through the smoke out here. He's thinking about it at least. There could be a flash coming through, but no, it's not happening. That's disappointing. dycha had a flash inside of the bomb site. They could have set that up a little bit, I think, more cleverly, and now instead, ENCE may be taking a risk they don't need to. I don't even mind the push, but just set him up with something.
Throw him a bone, a spanner, maybe a crowbar, anything that could have been thrown into the works. Instead, we find ourselves with 40 seconds around on the clock here on the 11th. And again, Orb Station on the back of A. Bomb making its way down towards B, though. They have the ability to pull off the boost, but can he find anything from it?
I think he might be able to, yep. Snappi hanging up by the barrels, gets blown up. And just like that, from a 5-on-4 into a 4-on-3, favoring Rare Atom. NertZ, though, is quite far forward, and if you look at the clock, that's maybe the only thing that make you a little bit nervous right now. If they get slowed down, he would have to get almost a triple here. He's good for the one. A headshot to follow, and 15 seconds. There's the third headshot. NertZ absolutely rocking. If he spins around for the quad, that is a shutdown.
Oh, man's never been to the market when it's in shutdown. Trust NertZ. Look at him. Popping off in a round that looked like it was a chance for Rare Atom to start getting their groove back. None of that. Silence at the disco.
A double kill there still gives the bomb plant to Rare Atom and is a perfectly winnable round, but obviously this is wild. What a play. Everyone's excited, yeah.
The elation. Man, it's such a different game as well in terms of like the roles just being flipped from the raw emotions. Rare Atom, yes, they look so talkative, so happy to be here. Now, feels like they're sort of feeling what Liquid had to go through.
A little bit, yes. Okay, opening for Moja. I think they were all really impressive yesterday. I think Kaze was probably top fragging on both the maps. But there were a lot of interesting players to talk about on the Rare Atom side, and they seem a bit more subdued at the moment. But they got the opening once again on Snappi this time. And I think cleverly now waiting around to see if the CTs are going to do anything, which is it's so common, isn't it? You lose a player, you decide we need information to make up for it.
They're not giving them anything, though. And that's what they were waiting for the hook to come out. Instead, there could be a right hook developing as well. The AWP already scoped in, just teasing around the front of the toilets, has the flashbang for long with his teammate, and at least gets himself back into a safe angle to work with. Again, it looks like they want to try and rev up for this last second take towards the A site.
So actually kind of creepy because finally he sees somebody. He's been looking so deep and found nobody that he might have even thought for a minute this might just be a fake. They might not be showing up at all. Oh, nearly a double. Sunpea's doing great work in the bomb site, but so is Mercury. The spin around to catch dycha coming to the smoke. And now it's a 2-on-3 with a bomb plant to follow. This is looking good still.
Mercury mauling them right now. Will he be a big baller in the round? maden struggling on the first. CSGO with the shutdown. It's all up to NertZ. Over towards Long. Slows it down. Has the AK flash and a Molotov. Top fragger on the side. Can he pull off something surprising?
Yeah, he's already pulled a miracle once. This seems like it's a little bit too much to ask for. He doesn't have the smoke either, so you can't really put under pressure. I don't blame him for you know, taking a step in. Maybe if they show up, you could do something, but Mercury comes running back out for the triple, so that round was going to be lost no matter what. I can't really blame NertZ for this one, but yeah, good round for Mercury. 3 kills.
Yeah, and that goes back to your point, right? Yesterday, obviously, the real difference maker on Overpass was the fact that Rare Atom were all fragging. Everyone was working together in quick succession. We had Advent, we had Mercury, Mosier at times as well with those plays, and especially CSGO, the king of the AWP for this team.
Yeah.
Here, it was a little bit flat. Some of the players struggling to get in. Advent, with only 1 frag in the bank at the minute, but the rest of the team waking up. It's a good sign of life, and you need those rounds on the T side.
Yeah, you really do. Good nade. Well, not necessarily a good nade, but again, good that they're showing up to throw the nade. Even if they have no plans to hold that part of the map, it should slow down the T's just a bit. Snappi will get some revenge from earlier. He's going to win the fight there. Oh, NertZ just in position. He was running back the whole way to get there. And they might just try and speed this up. They don't have any other... What's the secondary plan here, right? 3-on-4, you're all out on long. You might as well go for it.
Yeah, you've got to commit. The only thing keeping them at bay right now is the flames that are lit. They don't want to run through it, so they hold for a second. They've got the time to work with, but they need to get the kills. dycha takes a heavy hit. Again, the AWPs are making all of the plays as CSGO will save it somewhat, and Jamyoung gets an opportunity to plant the bomb.
I don't even know how they can fight their way out of this one. Kaze's gone down, and it's on Jamyoung now. 1 versus 3. Stuck in the site. He can't really escape. He doesn't really know where they're coming from necessarily either. But he decides to go aggressive. I think that is the smarter move, but couldn't beat Snappi. He's going to get the triple, and it's 10 on the side of ENCE. I think Mercury is the planet that's the closest to the sun in our solar system.
I think so. I did... I was going to say solarology, but I really don't feel like that is the correct term. When I was in school, they taught me about it. All the planets.
Was it astrology you were doing?
That's probably the one. Yeah,
that's it.
That would make more sense. Well, the solarology sounds quite fun.
Yeah, if you don't care about anything else in the universe, just whatever is happening in our little solar system.
Yeah, I'm rude like that. You see, quite selfish.
Well, we're not likely to really leave, so I guess, you know.
Did you not get the tickets? I sent you over a flight. We're going to the moon next week, and then from there, we've got a connection the whole way out of the system.
Listen, I've been promised going to the moon so many times in the past couple of years. Not so much in space, but, you know, elsewhere. It doesn't really work out ever, I feel like, so a bit disappointing. Here we go! Jamyoung is ready to try and enter, but dycha, he was just lurking in the back there. The timing was great for it. Attempted change of pace here for Rare Atom. They want to try and see if they can just bully their way through onto a bomb site. The slow style, it hasn't really been working out for them. So now they just want to try and see if they can catch ENCE, but dycha is doing all of the work. And it's a final kill for NertZ there, but dycha obviously the rock of the bomb site with 3 kills of his own.
A bit of a glimpse of the Advent we expected to see as well into that round, but it's just so hard. You're massively outnumbered, not a favourable position, had none of the bells and whistles he needed either. And this really has been a rough ride for him.
Oh my god, that's
rough.
Quite a catch. Oh, all the kills, he's just throwing the bullets their way. So sick.
15 for 6. And all of them have been impact frags as well. That's the crazy thing, right? He's not out there just padding the stats. Barrels of impact frags tied to this man.
One of those players in the Polish scene that for the longest time I just had no expectations of at all. Wasn't really until he escaped the scene. You felt like that you started to see, all right, he actually has some really cool abilities. Oh, that is crazy. A double kill. trying to see if they can find him. Mercury is all over the place, and Snappi will shoot him in the back ultimately. 12-3 in the opening half here. ENCE are well on their way. Let's see how the second half plays up after the break.
On instrumentals, yeah, speed of the tempo, yeah, we got potential. Shoot a movie like I'm Denzel, running my route to the end zone, and they still can find me. Man, you know where to find me. I'm trying to get me a Grammy so I can dedicate it to my granny. Look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit on my key for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Deal, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't start when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. Yeah, I just turn my L's into W's. Yeah, I just told my sins, yeah, I'm no true. Yeah, stay in your lane, don't you pick and choose. I can't waste my time, I got a lot to lose. To the game that we all on, they was doubting us all along. Now we charting in Hong Kong, what competition they all gone. Bless, stress, play the game like it's chess. We next, that's a check, over stripes, yeah, yeah. Look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood?
Struggle, I survived top 5, now I'm going with the win. Hey, I'm going in. Right here, right now, was a whole lot better than the place I've been. Man, I gotta be stronger, wiser, better than I was before. Gotta stay on guard, and I know that's hard, cause I don't know what's in store. Maybe I'll go where to, don't know. But when I'm back against the wall, I'll be good. Now with my back against the wall, see I never fall. One of the greatest stories that's never ever told. Man, I'm different, I've been gifted, but sometimes I be tripping inside of my mental. It happens in an instant. Man, I'm striving for freedom. I get hate from the hecklers, good thing I don't need them. It's just me and the ones that I came with all of my homies around. I promise that I can't miss. Climbing up high, never look down below. Gotta get the prize, telling the environment knows. The pain temporary.
Making magic when they need it most.
It's time to enter the 36 chambers because the ENCE killer bees are on the swarm and they have been stinging Rare Atom, Anders.
Yeah, they did an awful job of protecting the necks the first half, Jackie. So right now they're down 12-3. It's pretty disturbing. Ultimately, yeah, I'm excited for ENCE to be playing as well. I think Rare Atom probably must also feel like they've been, I don't want to say counter-stranded, but their style has, I think, been figured out to some extent by ENCE, and a lot of the stuff that they brought here, some of the information finding, stacking the bomb sites before Rare Atom showed up. I mean, it smells like they've had a good idea of what was coming their way.
It whiffs of an anti-strat, like strong pong. But we'll see if there can be some great backhanders into the pistol round.
Well, Jam Yong is in a position. Very good position, range of the USP, defeating dycha to begin with, and he's ready to fight for more, though he does get gooshed up quite a bit. So, almost a 4-on-5, but not quite.
You could call him Jammy Young there.
Yes, that's exactly right. Mercury is over and long. He's kind of in a position where if he took a couple of more steps forward, he might get a lot of info that nobody is here, which is, well, I think, just as valuable as finding players. You're like, oh, it's all empty, great.
They've at least got the first foot in the right direction. You find the opening pick, you set yourselves up, because obviously everything in this game reacts and breathes off the back of the pistol. And as of right now, 40 seconds left on the timer, and the push is coming in, starting to make their way through to the bomb site. Jam Young keeping his head down, and NertZ running in with the Glock, has a sneaking suspicion, but can't find the head. Maden, he doesn't have that issue. Straight away, we see the bodies dropping, and the advantage is back for the T side with a vengeance.
What a sick take so far. They take the bomb site dropping, not a single player, and now it's all down to Moja finding out in the open. That is very, very cool. 4-on-5, they didn't have that much to work with. Smoke towards the heavens didn't really do anything because the player that was playing there instantly jumped through down on low ground, but the Glocks did all of the work.
And I think if we could smell the anti-strat, now going back to one of the most famous casters in CS, smell of GG, Anders.
No, it's true. It's definitely true at this point in time. 13-3. Yeah, that was the slowdown. They didn't panic when they lost that early player, and it was a 4-on-5, and then they just recommitted to the bomb side. 2 MAC-10s, some AKs, and a Galil being picked up now on the end side of things, and obviously Rare Atom don't even know what you do at this point in time. We've obviously seen some great comebacks, but usually they're on a map like Anubis, or maybe sometimes on an Ancient or something like that. It feels like on Overpass, very, very tricky to fight your way back.
Especially, it's in these sort of games where it feels like you can't do anything on T side. You're trying your strats, you're then trying to switch it up, you're pugging it slightly because you go through the whole playbook and nothing damn works. So once you get onto CT, if you lose the pistol, it feels like that Pandora's box is wide open and there is no stuffing everything back in.
Well, they have some Deagles and a Scout. I don't know. Scout Deagle could be interesting. There's a lot of range on Overpass you could definitely find something with, but we'll have to see them prove it. ENCE have dropped the bomb quite far back. They're just out to look for information, and if they sniff out the stack down to the B-bomb site, they're probably going to decide to head elsewhere.
A lot of smell talk going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've worked that in.
It's just happened.
Who knows what could happen next?
I was walking by the little catering buffet, whatever thing was happening outside earlier.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's why. Just hunger that's setting in slowly, you know.
Stomach grumbling, belly hungry.
All of those things.
Nice and full though on frags here, as the 14th is secured, and it's just 4 players left alive for Rare Atom, shuffling slightly as well, because they haven't really been given much information to fully read the round. And ENCE doing a good job of keeping that info at bay.
Oh, Scout, a little bit uncomfortable now when the MAC-10's hunting you down. No armor either. Grenade around the corner. Doesn't really do that much damage. Oh, that's a good tag right there. Another one might be able to do it. Can he do it again? Ooh, he's certainly trying.
He's teasing it. He's teasing it.
Oh, that would have been funny, though. Down to the B side, the round has already been won. But up here, we still have some entertainment, perhaps. Oh, they just hunt him down.
Yeah, unacceptable for Twitch there. Couldn't have the multi-frag on the MAC-10.
Or the jump scout, one or the other. I feel like we deserve that. No fun allowed. 14-3.
The dangerous scoreline. The most dangerous scoreline.
The more, yeah, that is what they say.
I think that's what they say, right?
A lot of comebacks that just happened from here. Now we're leaning into, what, numerology?
Numerology? Is that the technical term?
I don't know. I think that's when people get their names changed to live better lives.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
Because the names are like this. I don't know. I won't say it's not true. I'm just saying it's hard for me to believe, you know.
Look, man, like your name is basically like the source of your power, right? It's why if you say like a demon's name's backwards, it's straight Wrexham. It's just, yeah.
You know, one of the best Demon movies is that for whatever reason nobody has ever seen. I don't know why. It's such a shame. It's called Fallen.
Okay.
With Denzel Washington.
Oh.
It's an absolutely. You haven't seen it either. I
No,
don't know. This is a mystery to me how this has happened because it is such a sick film and like it's so worth. You're going to be so happy when you see it, and it's like, but I can't. And it's Denzel Washington. It's not like he's an unknown actor.
Yeah.
He's super sick, but like it just fell through the cracks somehow.
Well, there you go. Anders amazing movies.
Yeah.
Go watch that and then tweet us, hashtag ESL Pro League. Let us know what you thought.
Really good stuff. Obviously, Hellraiser, also classic.
Yeah.
You mentioned Pandora's Box earlier, different kind of box that we're working with there, but still. Oh,
Yeah, not ideal. Mercury, he wanted to raise hell like Smoking Joe Fraser, the Hellraiser, but obviously there, Anders, he's been extinguished.
God damn, the references are on point, Jack. I'm officially impressed.
Thank you, mate. I try my best.
You've
When
learned
I'm
it all.
around you, it exudes that energy.
Yeah.
There's the beards, you know?
Stay here, you're getting all the education you need. You don't even have to go to summer school.
No. We are your teachers and school is in session. Jam Young trying to teach us a lesson, but just about deaf as he goes down. Mosier, the last one standing with the Deagle, firing off the warning shots. It eventually ends with 1 kill. Mac 10 donned. No kit in the pockets, just looking for the exit frags as he dives around. And that's match point.
Snappi and NertZ both had 19 kills here going into round number 19. So there's some weird synchronicity happening. They're in a good position. The whole team is. I mean, this is the kind of ENCE that probably needs to show up not just for this match, but going forward. If they're going to be facing some of the tougher opponents in the group later on, you want to see them, show up with all 5 members like this. For Rare Atom, though, man, it is getting a bit tough right now. It's picked by them, the map itself here, and so far it's not been playing out at all. We can't really sugarcoat it much.
Oh, man. NertZ. Not made of sugar there, but the rain of bullets will still wash him away. Mosier on the escape, brought down to 64. But ENCE, you can reel this round back. And they've just got such a large buffer, it really doesn't matter at this point. All eyes are on Rare Atom to do something incredible. Or at least just get a few rounds to get the blood pumping again, right? Bring the mental back.
I mean, that I think is important, though. If you're going to lose the first map... Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
hello.
He's got some grip, strength, just hugging the... Oh, my God. Yeah, Snappi's going to think there's 2 people there. He's getting 1. All right, well, it doesn't matter what he thinks, because he's just killed all of them. I guess that works, too. Fine, whatever.
Damn. All right. Aiming for the 7-foot man. Takes down the 6-foot, burning quite a lot as well. So he has to use his feet, the reposition. 13 HP. They've got the edge when it comes down to the players. The Molotov, though, burning very hot, Anders.
Yeah, that's a problem. And now they're both down on the low ground. Maden's making sure he knows no one's retaken from the other side, so they have such a comfortable position right now. They're not in doubt of anything. dycha swings for it, and Mercury will go down last 16-3 as ENCE absolutely split the atom here on the opening map.